Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the new trading week. I'm Dan from Trading with Dan, and this is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin 4-hour charts. So yeah, Bitcoin on the 4-hour. As you can see, we hit a 4-hour 9. Attempted to hit our mid-range level, our next level, basically not our mid-range level, our next level and our next target. Once we broke above this resistance zone, we were swiftly rejected. Had a nice wick down below, but that was brought back up, and then triggered this price move, basically back above the resistance and heading towards the next level. So overall, this is looking constructive for Bitcoin. Looking like we are just going to have another go at taking out this level, and then that gives us the next level of 62,000. I believe above 58.5k, as I've been saying. This is basically the go signal for the bulls, in my opinion, where they will just start buying again, which is why I kind of think we were bought up pretty quickly here. We got above, the market confirmed candle closes above here, so the dip was quickly bought up, and I expect we will get continuation onwards and upwards from here, and that could clearly lead into another nice leg up for Bitcoin. So that would be what I would be eyeing here. Traditional markets, we will have a look at in a second, opening pretty good as well this morning. So yeah, everything looking fine and dandy in this Ludwig von Mises crack up boom environment that we are currently in. We are in the roaring 20s, which ironically it is 2020, isn't it? So 100 years on, and we've come full circle back to the roaring 20s. So let's make the most of it, because we all know what happened after the roaring 20s. It wasn't the most optimal of conditions, and it took a couple of world wars to eventually sort the economy out. So yeah, let's well, whilst history repeats, let's hope it doesn't repeat. But hey, anyway, so that was a bit of a downer for the Monday morning, wasn't it? But either way, we should have a few more years of wild action, and then we've got to decide, can we deal with our problems better than we have done in the past as a country, as a globe, as a world, as humanity, basically. Anyway, so let's also have a look at the all important to me, Ethereum Bitcoin pairing, which is now going pretty wild. You can see we had this trend line, the channel, top of the channel resistance. This has been drawn in on a macro scale for a very long time, and it has been respected nicely. Tested it twice, pulled back quite severely. Wicked above, pulled back quite severely the first time, got back to it again, pulled back not so severely, and the third time of asking, we then catapulted above. You can maybe look at this as attempting to backtest the horizontal, but yeah, I mean, it's just upward price action now. So we are fully and formally for this asset in price discovery now. So now is the time when things can get wild. I won't show you that copper chart again, but we had a similar thing, and then we just absolutely blasted to the upside once we broke out the top of this. So we've had two swing failures to the downside, and we're now basically having a go at the upside. So can we get some severe acceleration here? Well, it is likely. Obviously, we have had a pretty savage move all the way up thus far. This is obviously on a daily. But yeah, who is to say that we just can't do this again? We hit our daily 9. As you can see, bit of weakness on daily 9. Weakness on daily 9, acceleration into the next one. Weakness on daily 9, acceleration into the next one. Weakness on daily 9. And if we're going to get acceleration into the next one, that gives us another 6 days, where if the previous patterns continue, that should see us at our next target, which is basically at the 0 spot 0.87 level, which is roughly 25% higher than price action at the moment. This is obviously versus Bitcoin. If Bitcoin gets moving up as well and this moves up with it, this moves up also, that indicates Ethereum moving up quicker than Bitcoin. So it won't necessarily just be 25% on the value of Ethereum now. If Bitcoin goes up and this does hit this level, it'll be 25% on top of the increase that Bitcoin does also, if that is to happen. So that 8K prediction for Ethereum in USD value is looking more likely, isn't it now? And looking more likely that it is on the cards. So yeah, there we go. Ethereum USD, we'll have a look at that. As you can see, this is on a daily, hit a daily 9 sideways weakness, you can see, and then blasted on upwards. We'll get it on the 4 hour as well. But yeah, you can see this target we sort of had, roughly getting there. Maybe we'll see a little bit of a pullback. Maybe we won't. Who knows? Because this we are at the new trading week now, so people can start looking at this and potentially buying. Maybe there's some more institutions buying. Maybe their other institutions are not looking so much at Bitcoin because they're maybe happy with using whatever currency. They're happy with not biting the hand that feeds them, so they don't want to necessarily try and irk the central banks by basically voting no confidence against their currency. Maybe they will go for Ethereum, not as actual a currency, but just as a base layer or something they can use with their technologies, with their businesses, with their tech companies to do whatever they want to do with the world computer. So just something to think about there. It's something that I have been expecting that some of the other basically the less the more intelligent CEOs will actually buy Ethereum if they're tech companies, because Ethereum is a technology. Bitcoin is just a direct competitor for world currencies. Elon Musk is a clown. Other CEOs are not clowns, or not attention-seeking clowns. I mean, they're not going to start tweeting about any cryptocurrencies, let alone Dogecoin, along with other things, along with obviously with Bitcoin. And I've heard he's been talking about Shiba as well. I mean, it's just ridiculous. But anyway, so like I said, other CEOs of companies that are probably run properly, that basically make money, actual successful companies, may actually start buying Ethereum, may be buying Ethereum. Who knows? So anyway, yeah, let's look at the BTC dominance. BTC.D, like we said, in free fall, had a bit of a phantom bounce here as Bitcoin basically took over that 58.5k, and people sort of held their breath. Was Bitcoin going to do some 5k to the upside moves and fully outperform alts, which it didn't really do. It's just drifting up in an orderly fashion. So potential crisis averted for alts, and they can keep on doing their thing. DXY, I'll have a quick look at that. As you can see, still opening, holding weaker. I mean, it's obviously looking bearish. Stocks in this crack up boom environment, looking fantastic. Silver also, if we have a look at silver. Obviously this pennant we're drawing in, not necessarily 100% accurate. You can see how I've drawn it in. This could be a line, could be adjusted, but we are looking like we are potentially breaking out of it anyway. And like I said, potential serious acceleration. This is a serious compression over a prolonged period. August last year this started compression in a bullish trend. So this could get if this breaks, this could see some serious acceleration into the $40 is what I would potentially be expecting. Gold as well. Gold looking good for gold. Obviously not looking good, generally speaking. But yeah, looking good to try and make this a low and trying to push on upwards. But you can see gold's got a lot more work to do, and you'll see that reflected in the gold-silver ratio, which is obviously coming down. So that shows that silver is outperforming gold, as you would expect in a precious metal upwards market. What else do we want to look at this morning? not much really. Let's have a quick look at oil. Oil, obviously, I mean, it's just showing us the current course of inflation. So yeah, there you go. I mean, there are certain commodities people look at, such as lumber, that are doing crazy things. and they talk about inflation and wild inflation. Obviously, a lot of the lumber price increases is just due to shortages and mill closures and things like that. Supply chain issues, that's not necessarily the traditional inflation that they're trying to pin it on, but the move in oil is more an indication of actual inflation. And I wouldn't yeah, I mean, we know that the oil supply market is not going to be as constrained by anything really, because just because of how it is, basically, nothing stops them producing that black gold and delivering it to the market. So yeah, we'll have a look at the stochastics for Bitcoin. Probably going to be looking a bit better here. 4 hour looking to turn back up from its current posturing. 10 hour we did see was coming down a bit, potentially having a bit of a bullish reset. Obviously, price action is on the up whilst this is coming down. So obviously the higher time frames are playing through here. So 12 hour did have a little bit of a kink yesterday, but now continuing upwards. Daily looking very strong here. 2 day got a lot of room to run. 3 day starting to get going with obviously plenty of room to run. 5 day and weekly pull through as well, which will happen obviously if we stay where we are and keep making progress above basically towards 60k. Then that would be a pretty clear signal that we are gonna hit deep into the 60Ks, which isn't really much of a move in reality. And I mean, if we wanted to draw in a trend line to the upside, if it's gonna let me do it, yeah, just roughly speaking, it's just a rough trend line. As you can see, not necessarily hitting these points perfectly, but yeah, you can see it could easily get us above this 68, 69k level towards the 70ks, even if we were just to come up and test this. Even if we are starting to form just an upwards channel for Bitcoin to slowly grind up in. Obviously, these are very roughly drawn lines that I'm just whacking on. But yeah, maybe Bitcoin is going to start trading within a rising channel on this larger time frame itself, with obviously targets at the top and bottom, and then mid ranges. So we'll leave that on there, see how that plays out. But yeah, other than that, guys, welcome to the new trading week. Yeah, hope you guys all had a great weekend. I'm at the tattoo shop for the last of my 3-4 days that I had booked in, so it'd be good to get those out of the way, although I think I need to book another 1 day in at some point, but I'll maybe give it a little bit of a break. Also, you may have noticed I'm talking a little bit funny. I've had the prep work done for redoing my top veneers, at least, not the bottom ones yet, and so I have some fake teeth in, some temporary ones in, that are making me talk a bit funny. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I can certainly notice. But anyway, so thank you for listening, guys. Again, this is not financial advice, and I am not a financial advisor. So always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.